The Nittany Lions will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Let's talk about Alabama. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason. To be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy, and you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They just keep firing. Finds the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
The throw to the outside is complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, two top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
Pulls and fires complete. There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
The give to Davis. Not enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Quarterback will keep it. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Opening day, and might as well build a little drama with a 3rd and goal early. Gets the back moving. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Quick strike through the air for the score. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25. 25-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Baker. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Fourth down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama!
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go with a direct snap. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Catch in the middle, it's Pryor. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Davis. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Now improvising. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 25. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, to score.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know, if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
They'll run the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this 1st half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy.
He's going for the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
That Alabama offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Baker. Using his feet to buy time. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You know, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football, and I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Using his feet. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, but he just decided to take off.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Pryor. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. On the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
This is a designed run. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to swing it on second down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it on the right. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick release by the QB. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he tags on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of turning it on. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Alabama! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed behind the line. It's Allen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Second down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's crossed. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davis. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Finds his man. It's crossed. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. 4th down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big 4th down.
Wants to throw. It's Baker. Here's a heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They booted away on fourth down. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Off the RPO, complete. Touch it on in midfield. Sprinting away. Inside. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tulsa is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about all along Route 66 for some time. They're up 14 over the Red Hawks of Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run for it. Runs for the tackle. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Davis. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
And he made the extra point without problem.
14.
And And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached a break and Penn State is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. He now has 106 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Here's the handoff. Shakes off and another broken tackle. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They'll move the tight end. He's got it on the right. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Trying to beat him to the left. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive gain. Now let's go get 7.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines. It stands on the result of the play. They need 1 yard on third down to keep this one going. This will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.